Hello everybody, this is Conquering History Games, and welcome back to part 7 of my combined Syndicates of America playthrough here in Hearts of Iron for Kaiserreich. So we have to, it's after the Civil War, and we need to start digging ourselves out of this horrible, horrible pit that we're in regarding consumer goods. So we can see here the people expect 35% of our total number of factories to produce consumer goods. This need is filled by civilian factories only, leaving us with 0 factories right now, because I'm required to put 53 in there at least, and I have exactly 53. So this is a rough situation. I cannot build anything. I cannot trade for rubber. It sucks. Am I trading for anything? Yeah, I'm not trading for anything at all. So we are going to have to figure something out here. I don't know what. I don't know how. Hey, we got Upton Sinclair as our economy minister. That's good to know. Oh, geez, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? I'm wondering if I should throw down some quick money to get a daily political power gain guy to help me in the long term. He'd give me more than Elizabeth Gurley Flynn does. Yeah, we're going to do it. The sooner we get it, the better he pays off in the long run. And I know we have to be reconstructing, but we got to do a lot of stuff. All right. America Artists Congress. The American Artists Congress is an organization that has been created to unite artistic people around the country and help promote the arts within America. For traditional artwork to filmmaking, all are supported within the Congress. It has quickly become a popular organization to show the new avant-garde art of the revolution. Art for the masses. So, real quick, I thought about things in between episodes regarding the Spanish Civil War and the combined Syndicates of America. Like, Norman Thomas would just... He was a total pacifist, this guy. There's no way he would condone sending soldiers to help in the American Civil War. He's not going to lend-lease them at all. He won't do it. But the United States technically never got involved in the American Civil War, in the Spanish Civil War either. They technically did not support either side. But, people still did go and serve in the international brigades. So what I'm just going to do is we're going to queue up some divisions here. Some fresh ones to get on their way. But we're going to have some people go a little rogue here soon. And just have some Americans go and join the international brigades over there. It's not going to be enough to tip the balance, I'm sure, but I think it's fitting. What do we want to do? Do we want to do the Lee right now? Yeah, let's pick it up. I really don't know what it is I am going to do regarding a lot of things. I gotta be building civilian factories. Oh no military factories. We need civilian factories quickly, and lots of them. As many as we can make. I'm wondering if maybe some synthetic oil refineries would be a good idea as well. Probably not. But we are dealing with America first. Let's now go deal with the feds. Since the revolution broke out, we've accumulated an extensive list of political prisoners whom are awaiting trial. Now that the war is over, the time to judge these men has finally come. Although some amongst our leadership believes in rehabilitating these captives, other more radical comrades are eagerly calling for extreme revolutionary justice. So we're going to get these events here, just deciding what to do with them. None of them seem to actually do anything, and we're going to say we're going to offer mercy. We're going to do the Christian thing and offer mercy. Alright, Light Tank 2 is done. Yeah, sure, let's pick that up. Longest bombing. And you see, that's the thing. These terrorists are just hurting me more. They're destroying factories, so now I really can't build anything. I'm trying to remember. I don't think there's anything that straight up gives me civilian factories. Oh, this does down here. A couple of these things do. What do we got here? Worker self-management. Okay, well, I guess until we get the Commonwealth of Labor, we're going to be suffering. We're going to be suffering for quite a while, but Norman Thomas, he wants to reconstruct America, and that's going to take a lot of work. He doesn't have time to think about war. Speaking of war, though, let's get these guys training. Oh, there goes the India stuff. So let's talk a little bit about Norman Thomas. So this guy, as I think I mentioned in the last episode, was a super prolific writer. Did just tons and tons of books. Now, one of the things I think was it's kind of humorous to me about his books is because I went to my library and I checked out ones by him, and I checked out ones by Earl Browder and also William Foster for my other Combined Syndicates of America campaign, and it's fun. Like I swear, every single Browder and Foster book, either if it was written by them or it's written about them, even the ones that are writing about them to say that they're failures, are in red spines. Like, it's a rule. It's like, oh, these are books about communists. They have to be in red. Whereas Norman Thomas's books are all in blue. And I just almost wonder if it's deliberate, because, for example, one of these ones, America's Way Out: A Program for Democracy. This was a book he wrote in 1931. Let me double check the copyright date. Yeah, 1931. Federalist terrorists. He's got a whole chapter in here. It's a pretty decently thick book. It's over 300 pages. And he's got pages and pages here where he's just bashing communism, saying how much it doesn't, like, communism doesn't work. He thinks it's failed. He's going on and on about the Soviet Union and how it's an utter failure, and he's also bringing his own religion into it, not just the that he's a socialist. Like, he's talking about how the Soviet Union's destroying the family. They're making people worship machines instead of God and things like that. Okay, what are we going to do? I think we're going to go after Jim Crow first. Ridding ourselves of the Southern terrorists will not just be a matter of military might. We will need to uproot the bigotry and racism that plagued America for centuries and crush Long's cultural personality. Let us make Lincoln proud and bring old Dixie down once and for all. Cool. How are we doing as far as political power goes? About a third of a point a day. Not so good, not so good. Trial the old government. We will give them mercy once more. You are absolved of your sins, my children. We have one factory. Frickin' awesome. I guess we should be repairing them first. How long is this going to take? My God, July. It's going to take till the 3rd of July. Speaking of which, how are things going over here? Okay, we got a lot of people training. Still training. The Mingo Brigade's looking good, of course. Looking good. Hollywood. Okay, so wait a second. I need to do some quick math here. We've got 35 days. We're getting a third of a political power point every day. Okay, I can't core just yet. I was gonna start coring something here, but the second we've finished up destroyed Jim Crow, I want to start dealing with the terrorists. Okay, we don't need the research gain efficiency. We're approaching 1939. How's my industry? We've got all three of those things going. We're gonna now, as far as mass assault doctrine, we've already picked that, but I want to show you guys something cool here. If you actually click on People's Liberation Army, what separates us from capitalists is we do not impose an artificial barrier between the attitudes civilians and the military exert. A People's Liberation Army is approved by Congress, will unite Americans living under slavery with their families in socialism. It's pretty cool, isn't it? It has its own flavor text. So that's the path we are going to go down. I think that's the only one that has it, though, in at least in the mass assault doctrine. Okay, so what was I saying? Oh yeah, Norman Thomas. Like, he's bashing communism, but that's just one of the chapters of this book. And the more I read of this guy, the more Norman Thomas comes across as like a philosopher who just was also constantly running for president and losing. At least in our original timeline. Of course, in this one, he was the mayor of New York, and he became a vice presidential candidate. Obviously, became vice president, and he pleaded for Reed not to attack the Pacific states. But as we can see, that didn't work out. That did not work out. But his book, he just goes into like the effects of what World War I had on the country. The 3 R's of political life: rum, race, and religion. The problem of the idea of keeping up with the Joneses. Like, a lot of it is historical. So like he he's postulating theories as to like why certain presidents got elected. Like, why did William McKinley win in 1896? Why did Lafayette get as many votes as he did in 1924? You know, the problems of the anti-Red Scare during World War One, which I think I talked about. Was it in this? Yeah, in this series I talked about that. But he gets into land rights. So, for example, he says like private companies are really wasteful, and he cites like current laws and current at the time laws and why he considers them wasteful and they don't work and things like that. So a lot of it is him getting into philosophy. Like, some of it's governmental, some of it's political, some of it's philosophical, and yeah, it's just such a huge range of topics he goes on. All right, transformative justice. Although we firmly dealt with the old American elite, there still is a sizable popular movement opposing our new regime. We'll need to pacify any remaining counter-revolutionary cells and make sure to track down every last infiltrator in our midst before we can finally be sure we've won. Okay, how's this going? We're still short a bit on the infantry equipment. Now, let's get right to it. Destroy the longest terrorists. This is going to take a while. It's going to cost us a lot of political power before it's all over. But I don't think I'm going to take the Reconstruction is over, because I actually do want that faster Reconstruction speed, at least for now. Okay, Paul Robeson takes a world tour. The hiatus Paul Robeson took from acting to pursue social causes in the past year has greatly expanded his popularity. With a powerful voice and strong support for international syndicalism, Robeson has become the Marian Anderson of socialists in America. Just like Anderson before him, he has chosen to embark on a world tour to spread his music and support for African American rights to Europe. His stops include the Union of Britain, the Commune of France, and the Socialist Republic of Italy. These European audiences, while in contact with the wider world, still find the attraction of black singers to be exotic. Wait, I actually think I once went to a lecture that was talking about this guy. It was like conducted by the music department at my old university. I'm actually going to look him up on my phone, but if I remember correctly, he was Paul Robeson, baritone concert artist. You know what? I might have this guy mixed with somebody else, but the one I'm thinking of went to he's the one who sang Old Man River, but the one that I'm thinking of was he was an African American who was a pretty open communist, and he went to Russia while Stalin was purging the Jews. And so, like, because he believed in communism, he kept publicly saying, "Oh, things are great in the Soviet Union. It's amazing," you know. But while he was there, he was really upset about the Jews that were being killed. And and then as a form of protest at the concert he was at, he ended up singing it in Yiddish. I don't know if that's this guy, though. I'm trying to look it up right now. This was in the 50s, I think. Or was it? No, it's... I'm not sure. I don't think so. No, I don't think it was Robeson, because Robeson got an award from Stalin, and Stalin wouldn't have done that to a guy who had protested him like that. Oh, get that infantry expert. Excellent. Good, 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 good. They're almost trained up. You know what? I think this is good enough. Now, how many while they're still training, how many people can we send? 3 to the CNT FAI to fight the good fight. Come on. Train faster, comrades. You know what? You're taking too dang long. Here, we're going to put you under Oliver Law, of course, because who else would go to the Spanish Civil War? And they're almost there. 96. Longest are slaughtering the police. Oh, isn't that great? That's just wonderful. Just wonderful. They're all 99. That's it. Okay. Let's pause and send them over. Where are they? Under Oliver Law. We're also going to rename them when we get there. The Big Red One, Indian Head, Rock of the Marne. Wait, Rock of the Marne shouldn't exist in this world. The United States didn't fight in World War One. Alright, that's weird. Okay. The Socialists just declared war on Sardinia. Uh-oh. Oh, no. What? So the Commune is going after... Well, not uh-oh, but, like, it kind of depends on how France plays this. So they just got into a war with the Entente, I believe. So they should probably not make the demands to Germany, because it's going to end really badly for them, I think. I don't think the AI can handle that many fronts. Alright, how's this looking? They're all done. They're all done. Terrific. Okay. My anarcho-syndicalist volunteers have arrived. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to rename these guys. Here's the 1st Lincoln Division. The 2nd Lincoln Division. And the 3rd Lincoln Division. Cool. So that way we'll always know who were the ones I sent to Spain. Oh, I can give him Field Marshal, technically. Should I? No, no. This is an extra military group. These are guys who went rogue. So what are we gonna do here? Should we try to make a little push for Valencia? You know, hope against hope. Or maybe over here towards La Coruna. Let's also change this color. Gotta be red. Red, red, red. The deepest red. Okay, social revolution time. Time to start changing up some of those things. The land of the free and the home of the brave was anything but we have our work cut out for us to rid America of corruption, racism, and chauvinism. Yet first we must tear up the very core of all these things, the capitalist system itself. Oh yeah, we can also now switch to the medium tanks, so I will. Yeah, we're still fine on tungsten doing that. Oh wow, when did this happen? Let's fix that up. I think they... Well, geez, I almost was able to move in there for free. What is the deal? Why can't we break through here? Why is our organization so low? Is it just the terrain? Yep, minus 60%. That's fighting in Spain for you. Yeah, no, we kind of got it. Not that great. Does not look good. But we could just use this force attack all day. Coming in with like 18 soft attack against their 15 defense. I mean, they're over 400 defense. Why did I say 15? That was weird. Oh, more divisions are ready. Over here. More of the Yankees. Let's just send these out early. Just get them out. Okay. Come over here and train. People's Liberation Army is complete. I'm thinking now, what are we behind on? We are behind on a lot of this stuff. Let's get some more support equipment going. Alright, they made it. Can't wait for them to get cut off right now. Here it comes. Here it comes, boys and girls. Nope, maybe not. You know what? Let's just stop for a second. Hold this area. Well, I think of what my next move is. Oh, they've lost Zaragoza. Gosh. What am I going to do with you people? It's still 1930. I also am at some point going to need to get either the anti-air or the anti-tank. I think anti-tank. What's now? We need to switch out our artillery. I also have no factories going towards close air support right now. And nothing is being used by the consumer good factories either. Oh my gosh, I just remembered I completely forgot to be working on the terrorists fighting the government. Dang it. Okay. So we've got to do that. We're 60 in the hole because of the stability. I'm wondering if I need a core or if I should rebuild the country a bit. I think we got to start rebuilding. All right, Woody Guthrie Music Tour. With Reconstruction on the way, famed musician Woody Guthrie and his band, the Almanac Singers, have gone on a musical tour. Popular with many throughout the country, Guthrie and his band play old classics such as Solidarity Forever and There Is Power in a Union. But they have also written many new songs, such as This Land Is Your Land, Ease My Revolutionary Mind, Tear the Capitals Down, and All You Capitalists Are Bound to Lose. The tour has proven to be wildly popular in all the venues that he and his band play on. Roll the Union on. Hey, got a little bit of political power. Good, because I'm about to have the longest errors. France did it. The absolute madmen, they did it. They're still going to make the demand of Germany. Even though they're at war. Well, I guess they end up at war with the Entente anyway, usually. Oh, sorry, Norman Thomas is not going to help you. And we got to pull these people back. Let's get them over here, maybe. Second war has begun. Meanwhile, let's emancipate. Foolish and vain is the working man who makes the color of his skin the stepping stone to his imaginary superiority. Proletariat of all colors and creed fought and bled to build our new America. The loyal immigrant shall also be afforded natural-born citizenship in the spirit of emancipation. So we're just going to continue to steadily recover from the Civil War. Oh yeah, flavor text. Government-run agencies have started to put people back to work, and some respectable businesses have been reopened. The threat of mass starvation has passed, though it is not uncommon to see small hordes of orphan and elderly rooting through trash in the cities. Oh, that's rough. Okay, and wait, these guys, why are you just taking the dumbest possible route back? Okay, hold and go straight. Just go east. How hard is that? Just go east. East. Jesus. There we go. Better. Oh, they've been cut off. Looks like Bilbao will have to be our last stand. Because there's no way we're getting to Barcelona. Okay, what's next? We still have the bonus here. We could save it up for the engineer company. Still a little too far ahead for that. Actually, no, we're going to take it anyway. The improved computing... Well, let's wait. Let's wait. We're going to let this fill up. Then we'll take the improved computing machine. Keep fighting these longest terrorists. Let's go. Alright. Emancipation for all. Oliver Law will be very pleased to know that that's going on. Spanish Civil War is over. The Spanish Civil War is finally over, and it seems that the Kingdom of Spain has emerged triumphant. This is a triumph for King Alfonso XIII, though the king is unlikely to know of it, having fallen into a coma shortly before the Civil War broke out. They just go and poke his comatose body, give him bring his cheeks up. Alright, so we're keeping an eye here. Dun, dun, dun. We've got about a year to go until the election, so let's see what France does. Doesn't look good right now. Who could have possibly predicted this, France? You absolute fools! You fools! Why did you still do the demand? Maybe it's hard-coded in, but you'd think if they're already involved in another war, they would wait. I'm pretty sure I've seen them wait before. Well, the Lincoln vets are home. Which is now what we're going to call them. I'm trying to... There we go. Okay. How many more of these can we make? Whoa, not too many. Let's get rid of a lot of these. Recon companies are finished. These guys are still training. How's this all looking? Pretty decent. Okay. Now, I think we're going to put Holdridge in charge here. We're going to give Cannon some Marines. Dealing with capitalist companies. One of the things that has caused some controversy is the fate of the capitalist companies. While a number of the workers dumped that's probably supposed to say, well, a number of the workers dumped their bosses off their backs and collectivized, because that's a reference to a song, dump the bosses off your back. Right, a number that fought against the revolution are now being collectivized, and some wonder if these workers are as loyal to the ideals of the revolution as others, or if they will just allow capitalism to exist subdued within these companies, what shall ultimately happen within these companies. Death to reactionary companies. Yeah, give me some political power there. Very good. We are going to have to improve the workers' conditions at some point. I've been putting it off. But it's rough. It's definitely rough. We still got safe houses to raid. Okay, wow, look at this. 2 whole civilian factories are working. Unbelievable. Okay, let's get... What else do we need? What else do we need? We could take the Sherman. The Sherman's quite a bit ahead of time. We should get it in time for Election Day. Let's pick up the Sherman. Yeah. And besides that... Keep heading down the land doctrine tree. Infantry offensive. Thank you very much. Okay. How you doing, France? Is it kind of stabilizing? Or do you guys still suck? How do I want to play this? Oh, Emancipation for All is done. Republic of the Philippines has joined the Eurasian Alliance. Okay. Wait, the Eurasian Alliance got formed? Oh my gosh. Juggernaut inbound. That's really strong. Hopefully Russia then attacks Germany soon. I don't know if they're going to. Alright, do we want to redistribute the wealth? No. Women's liberation will replace nearly full recovery from the Civil War with social revolution. Either will, but I think having, granted equality to the races, emancipating everybody, and then doing women's liberation, that's the 2 things I think definitely you can say, all right, we're in a social revolution now. With the men dying on the front lines, it fell to the women to run the factories, build the munitions, and feed our revolution. That is to say nothing for the many nurses, pilots, and female militia members who gave their all. Their sacrifices and struggles will not have been in vain. Okay. 2 whole factories. 2 whole factories, boys and girls. So here's what we're going to do. I kind of like this idea of just sending volunteers instead of real help. Okay. The 4th Lincoln Division and the 5th Lincoln Division. Because it sort of makes sense. Like, not everybody would be okay with Norman Thomas just waiting, just not doing anything to help the fellow syndicalists. So aid is on its way. I'm not going to send tanks, though. That'd be a little weird. It's like, how are the civilians going to get tanks? Now, if I really wanted to play this like the United States of the Civil War, what I'd do is I'd send volunteers to the Commune of France, but then lend lease to the German Empire. That's the way to do it. U.S. Trilogy by John Dos Passos. Film montage, modernist writing, and the socialist spirit comes together in John Dos Passos' new book, USA. The story itself is an examination of 12 Americans that lived through the Depression and Revolution. Passos' writing combined snippets of newspapers, propaganda, and the conversations he recalls on the streets during the terrifying months before liberation. Such an unorthodox and creative writing is usually praised by the American Writers' Congress, but they have remained silent. This is due to the book's depiction of extra-legal killings that took place throughout America during the Civil War by our soldiers. To the nominal leader of the Writers' Congress, Ernest Hemingway, this book amounted to treason and sedition against the socialist government. However, his decision to censor the book and detain Dos Passos was overruled by the Congress. This is reminding me, if you guys haven't seen it already, you should definitely go into the comment section of this series. And I think he's also been doing it a lot in my Pelle's America series. There's a guy called William Blowers who's been writing some really cool like role-play things that are like Lovecraftian also. It's interesting. He's not the only one writing them, but he's definitely writing the most, and they're very interesting. I try to read all the ones that I can. But you should go check that out, because I just remember there was one. It's like a fake diary entry, and there's like a combined syndicate soldier who talks about how he sees one of his comrades massacre a bunch of people, and then the lieutenant looks the other way, but then in the morning that guy is dead, and definitely somebody in their squad killed him, but nobody knows who, and nobody really wants to find out either. So we will calm Hemingway down. Come on, Hemingway, quit being such a bitch. We're up to 0.39 political power a day. Wow. Amazing. How's this training going? They're nearly done. In Dixieland, I'll make my stand. Dealing with the reactionaries. With the social revolution in full swing, the question has come up as to what to do with the reactionary forces that resist the revolution. More hardliners believe they should be executed, while others believe that they should be forced to work like the rest of the people. Finally, some think they should just be exiled. What should be done? Death to the enemies? They shall spend time in a work camp. Exile them. Well, that's the radical socialist path, so we're going to exile them. Which, shoot, I always forget. Is 40% enough to get me into the new popularity bracket, or do I have to be at 41? Guess we'll find out in a couple of weeks. Almost done over here. Waiting for my volunteers to show up in Paris or wherever. Another Federalist bombing and a longest bombing. Just great. Just love that it never seems to end. It's gonna be a while. Alright, my 5 divisions have landed in Normandy. How apropos. So, first thing we must do is defend Paris. Go, men, go! See, another thing that makes the law fitting is, you know, using that guerrilla fighter. Is that every man in these divisions owes me 100 reactionary scalps, and I will have my scalps. Okay, but we're gonna have to, yeah, I don't know what we're gonna do here. I guess I could send some more volunteers to everybody in the Third International. I know that's like what Austria does. Although, oh wow, for once they're actually sending help to Germany. That's a new one. Anyway, thank you for joining me. I'm Conquering History Games. In the next episode, we will probably get to the election, I'm thinking, of 1940. At the very least, the primaries. We're going to keep working on Reconstruction because Norman Thomas, he's like, we got to fix up America. We don't care about war. Just relentless. What is this? Replace extensive conscription with service by requirement. Replace partial mobilization with war economy. Oh, okay. That's pretty awesome. How long's that been there? Okay, so I think in the next episode we might take a pop over here real quick to deal with our consumer good factories. Wow. Although, would that really be fitting for... I don't think, actually, I still might not take this. I just don't think it fits with Norman Thomas's personality. Anyway, I'll see you guys in the next one. I hope you're enjoying. Have a great day. Bye. When the union's inspiration to the workers' much shall run, there can be no power greater anywhere beneath the sun. Yet with force on earth is weaker than the feeble strength of one, but the union makes us strong.
Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever, for the union makes us strong.
Is there aught we hold in common with the greedy parasite who would lash us into serfdom and would crush us with his might?